Okay, welcome back. So if you have been able to successfully install your Webserver, you should see this and have started correctly. You should see this icon go green, or we can start all over again from here. You find a shortcut on your desktop, or you can also pick it from your folder. You can pick it, it goes to drive C, and in the drive C you find the WAMP folder. Mine is a 64-bit version, so you see WAMP 64. When you go in and you scroll down, you find WAMP manager. You can run that and see yes, we take yes, and then we proceed. You see it's red now. It's now starting apps or the services that are required. Then it goes amber, as you can see from down here. Tries to open the local hosts in your browser if you have a browser, but we have to wait till it goes green. That means all the services required are running all right. So we wait, let me see. Oh, sorry, it's taking a long time. Bam, then it goes green. That means we are ready to go. So if your browser opens automatically, that's great. But if it doesn't open the local host for you, you can just open your browser and type local host, and it will open it for you like this. And what we are going to do is install WordPress on a local web server. So we'll go to WordPress website, which is wordpress.org. You go to wordpress.org, and then we go get WordPress. Go get WordPress. Then it opens for us, and we have access to the latest version of WordPress. As at the recording of this video, the version that is most current is here. So you hit download, and it will start downloading, as you can see from here. So you wait till it downloads, and then you continue. Okay, so as we wait, in our Webserver folder, this is the folder that's going to host our web files, the www folder. So we'll just go in. Sorry, I have a big mess here. We'll just go in and create a new folder and call it, say, testing 123. That's the folder we are going to host our files inside the www. So we call it testing 123. So we create this folder, and have it opened. Let's see if my download is almost done. Okay, so our download is done, and we can go into the folder and whoop, I have a big mess also in this folder. Okay, you can see the download here. This is the one we just downloaded, but I had downloaded two already today. That's why you are seeing it this way. So we open our downloaded file. It came as a zip file, so we open it and then we go inside. Yeah, these are our WordPress files, so we select all and then drag everything into the folder we created to host our files. So just drag everything here, allow it to copy. 18. Okay, so we are done. Almost. Okay, we are almost done. We are having all our files in the testing folder. That's what we needed. So we can quietly come to our web browser and we type localhost / the name of the folder we have created. So it's testing 1 2 3, right? So we go into testing 1 2 3, we go and bam, we have our setup on. And at this stage we have multiple languages. WordPress is built, is a multilingual application. So at this point you can choose the language that best fits you. I will stick to the English, the United States English. So I'll go continue. Then we are prompted, welcome to WordPress. Before getting started, we need some information on the database. You would need to know the following items before you proceed. And this brings us to our database. WordPress is a dynamic website builder, so we will need our database in place. So when we come to our localhost page, we will find phpMyAdmin here. You just click on phpMyAdmin, it will open for you. Yeah, and the first user created when you install your Webserver is the root user, and the root user doesn't have a password. And because WordPress runs on phpMySQL, we will have to pick SQL here, server choice. It might be at MariaDB, but you have to change it to MySQL. And root doesn't have a password. It doesn't have a password, but you can later go on and give it a password. But we will keep it like this. Then we will hit go, and it will take us to this place. And from here we can come and click new and create a new database. So we'll call our database, let's say, still maintaining the testing 1 2 3, but it can be of a different name, not necessarily being as the folder name we used. It could have been any other name, but I just want us to be consistent here. So we just go create, and boom, our database is created. So when we come back to our WordPress, we can confidently hit let's go. It takes us here, and then we are required to put in or fill in this data. The first one is database name, and we know that our database name is testing 1 2 3. So, and then the user is root. The password we did not, the root has not been assigned any password yet, so we will leave it blank. Then the database host should be localhost. it should be localhost. Then the table prefix, you can change it to anything, but I prefer we keep it to the default one, and then we hit submit, and then we are ready to go. So we hit run the installation, we wait, and we are taking here, and this is the information needed for the website. So the website name, so we call it test site, let's call it, yes, test site or anything. Then the user can be any name, that is going to be the username for the administrator, but I normally prefer keeping the word admin. It can be just any name, but I prefer keeping it admin. And then the password, we have to enter a password. If you enter a very simple password, it will tell you the password is weak, and so you have this information here: confirm password, confirm use of weak password. If you still want to keep that password, though you are strongly advised against weak password, you can click confirm use of weak password, or you can change it to a password that is more complex. So it can be fairy tale 2020, it's medium, or we can get something 2020 at 3, something complex. It gives us strong, and this time we will not get the message about using a weak password, but you have to keep the password safe, and you have to know it also. Don't forget it, because once you forget it, we are going to face a bit of a problem, which we want to avoid for now. And then we give an email for the administrator, and normally this email is where the site's log issues and other error messages and so are forwarded to this email address, so that you can have a good look at it. So we encourage you use an active email, but because we are running something simple, let's just use admin@testing.com, and then okay, let me copy this because I'm sure I'll forget. Okay, I've copied it. Then we go install, and we wait for it to run. Okay, it's installed now. We are good to go. So we have to log in, and when we hit login, we ask of our username and then our password for the website, and I copied and pasted, but it's still the same to the fairy tale 2020 at 3, which is a stronger one. And then because it's on a local machine, you can use the remember password, because maybe you'll be exclusively using the machine, but it's normally not advisable to use this remember me unless you keep forgetting your passwords. It's not advisable to do that, because anyone who gets to know the username can easily go in and do stuff with it. Okay, so we just go, we log in here, and then we have 2 areas of your WordPress site: the back end and the front end. We are currently at the back end, which is for administrative work to manage the website, and the front end is what your users see when they come to your website. So currently we have this as our back end, and we can quickly go to our front end. When we click here and then we go visit site, it will take us to our front end. Bam, we have our site up and ready to do action on it. Though not much here. So from here, because we logged in as the administrator, we can come back to the dashboard, and then it will take us to the back end so that we can start editing our website. But in case you close it and you come back and you want to reopen it, so after we have closed our browser, we can reopen it and log in again. And the login is localhost /testing 123 /wp admin. That's when we want to go into the admin page. This is the URL we will need. The admin is actually not because we made the username admin, but the admin is an actual folder within our files where we are hosting our files. There's a folder called WP admin. This is what we want to access to get to the back end. So if you had used, say, Richard as the website administrator username, it doesn't necessarily mean you have to come here and write WP Richard. No, that's not it, but it's the folder we are trying to access, and that's the name of the folder. So we go here, you hit enter, and bam, it takes you to the login page, and then you enter your credentials. Let me paste the password because I might get it wrong. Okay, so that's the password, and then we hit login, and bam, we are back to our back end. And if you had just wanted to look at the front end, we go localhost, then / the folder name which is hosting our file, testing 123, and then we just hit enter, and this is our front end. Yeah, so if we are here and you have been able to follow to this part, then we can successfully continue to the next level where we will edit our website and make it big. Thank you for watching this one, and stay tuned for the next video.